Y'all know how some of these preachers and pastors be coming to church and they be like pass out the tithes and offering. Well, they don't sometimes give it to the church. They give it to themselves. And you know how they be coming to church with them Rolexes and them fancy cars and stuff. That money go towards their car and whatever they buy, them big old cell phones and stuff like that. But one thing I know, God gonna get y'all pastors and y'all preachers for that, for using all that money on y'all self and not the church. That church, cause
What about the
a church
people?
down in Durham supposed to be building this big old church in the lot, and that church lot been sitting there for like 3 years, and I ain't see nothing happen. They talk about they raising the money for the church. When they know they reach half of the money, when they can start cutting down the trees and all that stuff and building the church halfway, you don't need to reach the whole goal just
What about
to
with the people?
put in the church when you reach the whole goal. You don't need to reach the whole goal. Like if say like if you're trying to reach to like about $16,000, you need to reach that goal. You can reach almost about like I say about 11,000 to fix the church a little bit. At least cut down the trees instead of keep saying this is my future home. Okay, we know it's a future home, but it's been sitting there for like 3 years. And got freaking trees growing everywhere and vines all on the fence and stuff like that. Cause I sit there and look at most of the time when I go to church, I ain't even gonna lie, I don't care if y'all pastors and stuff get mad. But when I go to church, I look at y'all and I be sitting there like, some of y'all do be telling the truth, but I sit there and look at some of these pastors and preachers and stuff like that, and I sit there and look at them like, where's they getting all this money from? I wanna know how big their house is. Like, okay, you know how these pastors, some of these preachers be living in these big old houses, got these fancy cars, they got these Cadillacs and Lexus, and they got these Benz, and they got the Jeeps
And the people in the church driving funkies.
and Hummers and all that. What you need all that for to go to church? To show it off, like, look at me. As me, I go to church. Because God says, come as you is.
Are.
And come as you are, my bad. Come as you are. But me, if I see my mom, she ain't got no car. But she go to church. Yes, my mom go to church. I go to church sometimes. Sometimes I wouldn't go to church for a reason, because I don't feel right in that church, or the preacher is not right, or the pastor is not right, or the people that's in the church are not right. Let's talk about the people in the church. The people in the church. People in church. It's a shame how these people in church be coming to church, and it don't make no sense how they talk about people. Like, come on now, we in church. Come on now. We ain't even off church grounds. Wait till you get off church grounds to talk about people. Don't be talking about people on church grounds instead of talking about people. You can instead of talk about people off church grounds instead of talking about them on
It's not
church
good to talk
grounds.
about people, period.
But it really doesn't matter. Because some of these people, when these people be coming in this church with these goddamn short skirts on, let's talk about these girls with these short skirts on. Coming to church with these short skirts on, and they got short skirts on, showing their little legs and little areas right there that nobody don't want to see you in church. Come on now, put some leggings on, some stockings on at least, or wear a skirt that's to your knees, or close your legs or something. And the girls that be wearing the shirt that be showing their chest and stuff, don't wear that. That is so inappropriate for church, for a church where God be. God don't want to see none of that. God do not want to see none of that. Nor the angels don't want to see that, because the angels be there too. His people don't want to see that. Nobody don't want to see none of that. None of your goodies and all that nasty stuff. Nobody don't want to see that. Let's talk about the boys with the saggy pants. I know y'all be wearing y'all belt like way down here, but let me tell you, at least pull up your pants so your pants won't be sagging like that. Because that's not cool. I do not like boys with saggy pants. At least wear a tie or something. Instead of wearing your shirt half unbuttoned. Because nobody don't want to see your chest. That's for your wife. Not nobody else. That's for your wife. If you want to unbutton your shirt a little bit, that's for your wife to see a little bit of chest hair. Nobody don't want to see that. Little kids don't want to see that. One thing, don't eat in church. It's very disrespectful. Chewing gum, eating in church is not good to eat in church. Eat after church. That's what Sunday dinner is for. When you come from church, go to Corral or something, go to Hardee's or anything to go get some food to eat. But the most thing about it, it's supposed to be the church of God and His children. Church of God. You know what I'm saying? The church of God means that all His children come together. Y'all supposed to be sharing and getting along. Y'all ain't supposed to be talking about nobody. Because I never went to a church that never talked about nobody. Behind that, I went to 2 churches that never did that. I know kids might talk about people, but it's adults. Be mature. You adults, come on, be mature. Stop joking around. You in church. Come on now. Be mature. You got a 17-year-old telling you what to do and stuff like that. How y'all be acting in church, acting up like fools. And if you say you're going to do something to your church and do something with your church, you and your church need to put that together. Y'all need to come along and come up with some idea and say you're going to do this and don't do it. Like, okay, say if you was going to do this. Like, say if you was going to take the youth service out to a vacation and y'all planning it right now and y'all going to say, y'all planning it. Y'all planning how to do it, and y'all haven't came up with nothing, and y'all told you this is how much you gotta pay and stuff like that. But you never told them what day is on. What day is on? You talking about you want to take them out to swimming to the beach or something like that. You never told them what day is on, but tell them what to wear and stuff like that. I hate when people do that. It's me. If I was a pastor and I had a church, I would give back if I had some money. But sometimes I know I don't put money in the tithes and offerings because I don't have no money. But if you don't have no money, this is what you should do. Touch the tithes and offering bag. That's good. If you touch it, it's good. It's like you putting something in, like something you putting something in there. Just touch it, tap it like a little tap, or just put your hand on it and pray over a little bit, over the money. Because you never know. Something evil might be on that money. People in church can be evil. You never know who might be evil. The devil can walk up in the church disguised as a human being and got there going to put some money in there. And that person, they got the money, something happens to them. God forbid. The devil can be disguised as anything. He could be disguised as a chair. He could be disguised as your shoe. He could be disguised as your clothes, your hair, your eyes. Well, particularly your whole body. Because it don't matter. The devil ain't that stupid now. But if he coming into a house of the Lord and you sitting there talking about people, of course he going to come into there because he know that y'all are not that Christian. He know that y'all ain't got that much power. Because y'all talks about people, and that's not good. That is not good. I don't think you should talk about people at all. Because, as me, I have been picked on ever since I was young. I've been called fat. I've been called ugly. I've been called a boy. I even called a boy. But the most thing about it is when I have been called a boy, the same person that called me a boy was a boy and asked me out. So what you find that is? I've been picked on my whole life. Now for this day, I haven't been picked on no more. But it's me. It's been my mother doing Sharita Berry, pastor, prophetess, Sharita Berry, and her daughters, Rashida Brown and Zion Berry, and Sharice Brown, which Reese is not here right now, and her sons, her 3 sons that she have. It's me, it's my mama. My mother has a church. I know sometimes people be trying to force my mother to like be this and be that at church. But I don't think that's good to force somebody at church. Force somebody to be this. Like, you only let God handle that. If God choose you to be this, then you be it. If God tell that person to be that, then you let God tell that person to be that. But you don't just sit there and tell this person, you got to do this. You're going to become the part of our church, a leader of our church. No, you don't do that. I don't think that's nice. You let God decide. Let God handle things. My mom has been struggling her whole life. Even when we was little, and I don't remember half of it, but even when we was little, my mama has been abused. Even then I didn't see it, but my mom has told me stories. My mom has been, we wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for God, because they said my mom was going to die when she had got a pole fell on her. We wouldn't even be here because it was God. Because He knows there was something special about her kids. Is there something special about me? Because I got a second chance to graduate in 2015. I was going to graduate in 2016, but now I graduate in 2015 because I have a second chance. God gave me this second chance because there's something special about all my mother kids. Just because y'all be saying, oh, nothing ain't nothing special about her kids, and her kids ain't perfect. No. God says there's something special about her kids. Not my mother. Well, my mother said she has special kids, but not in that special way. But she has special, talented, beautiful, handsome children that will be grow up to be something in life. Me, I want to grow up to be a pediatrician, to go to college. Help our little kids, little babies, being a nurse. I'm pretty sure that I'm very, very special. Because this world is so messed up, it don't make no sense. You have violence everywhere. Violence. That true story about my mama being in so much pain. My mama has been in pain. My mama has been beat on. She has been hurt. And my mom has, I'm pretty sure, my mom sometimes even cry at nighttime because she has so much pain on her. I know sometimes I might feel pain, but I might not show it because you might see me smiling every day because it kind of brings out my pain away from me, kind of let it go, because smiling helps me calm me down. But I sit there, smile and laugh and giggle. That's why everybody like me. Everybody say Rashida's nice, because I am nice. But one thing is that my mom has been in so much pain, it don't make no sense. My mom, we has been moving back and forth. We has been in foster care. Don't say that. We have been in foster care. My mom has been in jail for something stupid, for trying to take care of her kids and do her best to take care of kids. Just like every parent try to do their best to take care of their kids. But when they reach that certain age, they done taking care of their kids. When they reach about 18 years old, they done taking care of their kids. Tell your kid to get a job or something. But if your kid don't want to get a job, that's on them. You got your education, you got this and that, you got a job. It's okay. But when they ask for money, don't give them no money. Tell them to go get a job. That's what you tell them. Go get a job. Cause I tell my brother to get a job. Cause he asks my mom for money all the time. I tell him go get a job. My mom has been beat by my dad. By my dad only. My dad has been beating on my brothers too. Has beaten on my brothers. All my brothers. 3 of my brothers, yes. I have 3 brothers. And my sisters and brothers has been taken away from me one time when I was young. And it was just me and my mother. And I didn't know that because I remembered it. My mother ain't never tell me this. I don't know. I think I'm gonna ask my mom. Nothing that happened to me. Yeah. She said yes. I have been left with my mother. It was me and my mother, and my brothers and sisters has been taken away from me and my mom because I was gone at the store with my mom, and I guess somebody answered the door, and that's when they took them away. And so we got them back. So
By God's grace.
yes, by God's grace, God has did all this for my family. God has made my mother the owner of a house that my mom always wanted to be, but now she wanted to move away from this house. But I, Rashida Brown,
Speak up this
My juice.
have
My juice.
a job
Lit.
now. Me, Rashida. I'm Rashida Brown, and I approve this